Oh, almost crashed. Now, today we're figuring out, does Unk still have? So, haven't played Gran Turismo in like a year, there's been physics change and all that type of stuff. And my wheel is broken, so I'm on a controller. So this is a controller driving challenge plus am I washed challenge. And I think the answer is yes. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm washed. Yeah, I'm washed. Yeah, I'm washed. But we're gonna see. Um, so to set the background here and get a little more story. So Gran Turismo 7 came out. I wasn't that good, right? So let's see. At that point in time, one Gran Turismo 7 was like the main game I played. I was on PlayStation. I hadn't had a wheel for that long. It's crazy to think that this is 4 years ago, right? Whether I'm in high school, all that sort of stuff. Not that competitive, just a kid. But as the game went on a little bit, I got more competitive, started doing league racing, stuff like that. And like I found myself getting within the second the alien lap times, doing fast guys. And you know what I mean? There's a lot of driving I can be proud of. So after which point I abruptly left all the leagues I was in, kind of stopped playing Gran Turismo. Gave my PS5 to my brother, and all that sort of stuff. And went full time on PC, proper sim racing, doing really serious stuff there. And again, trying to get really high I rating and trying to do all this sort of stuff. Instead of Corsa, I'd be like, kind of set lap records, world records, car and track configs. And then eventually I got tired of all that, didn't have time anymore, and I kind of moved away. I started doing, instead of Corsa, modding, making track AIs for people, testing out mods for people, and custom championships, doing all sorts of stuff, like just trying to contribute to the game community, which is really fun. But yeah, that was all fun and games up until a certain point in time. My wheel broke a couple months ago, and I just haven't touched racing at all. I've been doing other stuff. My life's been really busy, but I'm gonna see. What lap time is this? 41.7, so I guess we're within around 3%. World records of 138 something. And honestly, you could really cut that corner, Jesus. Yeah, so honestly, lap time is not too bad right now. So I'm on controller, that's the other element of the challenge here. So I am washed, I'm a couple minutes out of the game. But this is also like a car that I should be good at. Like, this is my thing. I used to be understeer lover, understeer, wrangling the car, finesse, hard, late braking. And then, of course, as I got faster, pivoted to being a smooth driver. I actually became an oversteer beast, wanted to be mentors now, right? And just kind of my whole, like, archetype of driver kind of switched on its head. But this is originally where I was really, really good, is these sort of cars. Hard braking. Wrangling the neck out of it, trying to get pace out of a car that doesn't want to turn. And I don't know, kind of, it's feeling a lot of nostalgia. Like, I remember when I was like really, really a kid. It was like 2016, GT Sport. That was what I was playing with controller for a long time, and it's kind of like that feeling again. You know, playing it's fun. It's fun. So that's the second lap there. Not too bad. It's really. So hard. It's so hard to get the car to do what it wants to do. Okay, we're gonna brake a little bit sooner here. Actually, a little too soon, but try to get the exit. Really not great. It's weird though. Like, I'm actually kind of keeping up. Like, obviously, I'm getting gapped by the middle. on the exits, like certain sections. But I'm keeping up in other parts, and it's making me feel like I could actually set somewhat competitive time if I grinded this out. So that's what we're gonna try and do today. Slow. Smoothly get the power on for the exit, at least attempt. Didn't really manage it. Brake nice and late so we can bring the car over. Get a little run at the curb. And get ahead. Bad run through there, so I'm gonna compromise myself. Brake late. And run wide and ruin your lap. 41.2. Like that's we're getting in respectable range. If I get into the 139s, I'll be happy being in control. And it also really means I need to buy another wheel, make it upgrade, get some really nice direct drive. I don't know how much like the market's changed. It's all that like sort of stuff. So I can probably get a pretty good wheel for cheap these days. Okay, that's why. That's not correct. Yeah, 41.2. This gets me within the 3%. So I have gotten my money. Now we're racing for the pride. This lap time's not going to count, but we're just going to get a little bit of practice. It's so hard to get the car to do what we want it to do with this controller. I just lose traction there. There's a little bit of overdriving now as I try to. As I get closer to the limit, I'm starting to exceed it in places, and I'm going to on top. Right there. I think brake once you get a clean AstroTurf. Don't do that. Don't put the wheel into the grass. I guess this is a bad line. See if you just get over a little bit more. Okay. I don't want to use traction control out of pride, but it's like, honestly, on controller, it's not the greatest shame in the world because what is going on? Okay. We're gonna restart. Turn traction control on, see what difference that makes. Should just let me. It kind of solves some of my deficit with a lack of finesse. That's pretty weird what just happened there. I was looking at my phone, so that's part of it. You have to like brake after the 150 meter board, but like really time it right. It's a decent one here. Still, it's so hard to terminate them. This lap's not going to count, but it's a practice lap. Again, after the 150 meter board. Just miss the apex there. You could. It's really nice being able to see exactly where you lose the time limit. Very interesting. You have to get over a lot to brake in time, but then you don't want to brake on that curb. You don't want to turn it on the curb and do any braking on it. Otherwise, you lose a lot of speed. That's a different line from what fastest guy did. And it's also like I have really big weaknesses right now because of like in the controller situation. So honestly, taking a slightly different approach and trying to get my lap time in different ways isn't the end of the world. It's a self-time scaling. That was disgusting. Okay, we've outbraked ourselves, but get back over on time. salvage something out of this. See, if you really accelerate on that curve, then you can get the ed tip. Sometimes it's a different approach. Like, obviously, again, I outbrake myself. But, like, relative to what I can do with proper driving, it's not too far off. Now you just run wild, though. Okay, so I'm taking way too much of the outside curve there, and it's really messing up the car. This is a place where, again, I take a lot of curve. Most people do not. You're not supposed to. It's always just to try and force the rotation up in the car. That was on the shifting. Just my downshift was mistimed. I think I'm gonna give it like 3 more laps. I did a 141.2. That is within the 3%, which that does prove that, like, okay, I can set a theoretically competitive time. Yeah, I'm done. It's just a waste of time. I don't care enough to stick out and do this. Let's double check. Am I within 2.7? Top 4,000 players? That's pretty embarrassing. I feel like, come on, guys, you gotta be quicker than that. But whatever. Yeah, look at these top 10 times. There's always one guy who's way ahead, so he did some bullshit. And then the other guy. So I'm, what, 2 seconds off. 2 seconds off the pace under these conditions is not bad. I do have, like, I felt it. There's another like 8/10 easily in that lap time. That would get me into the 140 range, and then if I really, really practiced driving with controller and got as good as I am on a wheel, then, oh my goodness, I could break into the 139s. Try to set a time that's, top 100. Let's see what's top 100. Now I can see 101, 39.7. Yeah, I could definitely do a time there, but I'm not doing that. That's a waste of time. I don't care. But yeah, it's a kind of interesting experiment. I'm not too upset with this result.